All right, just trying to make sure this is working. All right, all right. We are live for the second day in a row for severe weather once again. There's been a lot of tornadoes over in Florida. Unfortunately, I couldn't cover all these because I was away from home. I was mainly at work. But we're here now, and we're going to get into it here. Start out by changing this scene here if I can get that working right. Oh, wait, I got it. Okay, good, good. All right, so let's go ahead and shift our attention here. There's this storm that's just outside of Brunswick that has a tornado possible tag with it. But there's just been a new tornado warning that just got issued for, let's see, Gadsden County in Florida. This is for a radar indicated tornado and about penny size hail from the looks of it right there. So let's go ahead and take a look at this starting out, and then we'll go through all the severe thunderstorm warnings. Then, on top of this tornado warning and the conditions that are ongoing in Florida, there's a big old MCS over towards the Big Bend in Florida, and that is going to cause problems down the line. I think that's actually where this tornado warning is. Probably going to have to switch radar sites. No? Well, actually, yeah, I am going to have to switch radar sites. And this is right next to the Tallahassee radar. Maybe I could switch over to this one over here. It's towards Destin. Let's go ahead and get a look at that. Hey, Contingents, what's up, man? That was a process. You know what really sucks about trying to start these live streams is the fact that you have to do the whole description thing before you start. Unless you guys know how to change those, maybe I'd have you do it. But also, you got to make the thumbnail on here to make it look appealing and whatnot. So, yeah, it gets a little wacky here. It got a little wacky here for a minute, but we're good now. Not the most impressive little cell on radar, but we have to watch it because all of these today have been really, really odd in nature. And then this does have that weak echo region, little comma head shape to it. Got people coming in right now, huh? Still only at 3 for right now, but that's fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at velocity on this really quickly. Not the most impressive return. I don't think this is going to be a very long-lived rotation here. But we have been seeing these little spin-ups kind of hang around and be more persistent. I think the worst of the supercell threat may be over on this. However, over towards the lower Mississippi Valley, a little bit later tonight, we could very well see some supercells emerge there, and that might warrant some attention as well. Not the greatest risk for tornadoes, but if there were a few soundings where I saw a tornado this morning, and they still look like they're holding up from the last model runs that I saw just before I was coming home. So we're going to also be on the lookout for those as well. I think the best bet for me might be to look at this radar over here. It's just north of Crawfordville. Alright, let's see if we get a better look here. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit better, I think. But even so, even with us being this close to the radar, it looks a little broad. I don't like being this close to the radar, honestly, because you can't always get a clear picture. You're looking higher up in the atmosphere than you are anything towards the surface. Dang, already have to use a restroom too. Sheesh. Drank so much water today, I've lost my mind, or my body's lost its mind. Right. Yep, pretty much because I drank like a little over a gallon of water plus other electrolytes. Just don't know why. I just kept on drinking fluids throughout the course of the day. Don't turn that into a dirty joke. There's a tornado warning here. I know how you guys like to operate. But yeah, I just went to the bathroom a little bit earlier before I got on. Just before I went live. Already I gotta use it again. It's just kind of annoying. That's all. So this. Oh, okay, okay. I was about to say, come on, don't make that into a dirty joke, dude. Come on, give me a break. Yeah, this definitely looks a lot better from this radar site. I get pretty skeptical about these sites whenever we get super close. There's that little donut hole that you look for. I'm gonna go ahead and look for the CC drop while we're at it. Nah, I think that's a little too far to the south to really correlate, but there is a little tiny blue speck here, which I kind of find odd. We'll see what happens with that. I don't think this is on the ground just yet, if it'll even do anything at all. Like I said, this is a radar indicated tornado. There's no chaser feeds we can latch on to right now, so it's gonna be hard to get any confirmation unless we get it through that correlation coefficient. If we get a good drop on that. But right now, this is the best view that we have at the moment. And this is also more than likely going to be a rain-wrapped tornado should one form. Just trying to get an idea now of just which direction this is going. 25 miles an hour, moving east. Okay. This isn't a fast mover, but if you're in Quincy, hopefully you are taking shelter, as this is right on top of you. And then after that, I said it was moving east about 25. This is going to pass just north of Tallahassee here. So let's take a look at a few towns in the area. I'm pretty sure there's plenty. Yep. So ignore the population total. That's a bunch of garbage. Because this is pretty much going to be considered as the larger part of the Tallahassee area at this point, I'm going to guess. But Florence, you have about 25, 26 minutes before this is on you. And then Scotland at 6:16, you're next. Gibson at 6:20. Rich Bay 6:22. Lake Jackson 6:26. The middle of the hour, we're looking at Harbinwood Estates. Then after that, Bloker, Destinado, Meridian, Oak Knoll Estates, Bridle Path Acres, and more, if this holds together. I use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Just going to mute the mic. I'll leave the image up on radar. All right, and we're back. Hey Nathan, how you doing? All right. So I guess we're waiting on the latest scan to come in. Not much has really changed if it has. It's 5:53, so it probably won. No, it hasn't come in just yet. We're just waiting to see more or less what's going on here. We should probably be getting one within the next minute. Go ahead and look at this a little bit closer. And we're so close to the radar, the velocity is kind of hard to keep up with at this point. Oh, they have. So that's not helpful then. I guess we're just going to stick with reflectivity. I guess with the practically instantaneous moisture source of the Gulf of Mexico just feeding more moisture into these storms, it's going to make it almost impossible to see these. So either you're going to see them on reflectivity or CC, I'm guessing then, huh? So the only tornado warning we have right now, there is a tornado possible tag with with another cell over towards Franklin, Liberty, Wakula, Calhoun, Gadsden, and this is actually the same cell most likely. Leon counties in Florida. There's another tornado possible tag over towards Flagler and St. Johns County in Florida. Then we even have a severe thunderstorm warning all the way over towards Nebraska. Actually, two of them. We have Lincoln, McPherson, and oh, that sounds awful. A ghost NATO. Yeah, a lot of people are going to get triggered by that, most likely. Might be a severe thunderstorm warning. There is a severe thunderstorm warning now in Mississippi. Maybe some cells are starting to fire over there, which is what I was anticipating. But dang. Business starting to pick up just a little bit. Dang, it sucks though that we can't really get a good read on these with velocity couplets. Dang it. And it's like the weirdest donut hole too. Cause I mean I can see it. It's right here. But come on. I mean I can see it right here, but that's all I really have. I have no other way of looking at it right now. Every once in a while when I check the CC, nothing's really there. It's kind of a interesting, somewhat frustrating situation even, if you will, because it's kind of hard to say. Like I'm semi suspicious of this right here, but like I said, it's not enough of a drop for me to be confident in. So it's kind of weird. Maybe I should just put this split screen real quick. Alright, so let's go ahead and look around. Sitting at 4 viewers right now. It seems like something's trying to go on with that thing, but it's just hard to tell where it could be. There's so much noise that comes with the CC, and then on top of that, It's not like this is going to be a big tornado, most likely. It's going to be it's practically going to be almost like you said, contingent. It's kind of invisible. The 6 o'clock scan has just come in, and I still don't have too much clarity as to what's going on with this one. I'm a little suspicious of this point right here. Also, just over towards Quincy, maybe even. Oh, I gotta get that off of there. Okay. So if this could be it, that means that the rotation's right over Quincy or is just past it to the east. And then Littman would be next in the next few minutes here. So hopefully you guys are in your safe place already. Okay. We're starting out a little slow on here. The latest scan just came in on reflectivity. Still hard to say what the heck is going on here. I'm thinking if there is something down, it's gotta be right here. Alright. I think I just put the wrong thumbnail on my stream. Good grief. Okay, so we're steady at 4 right now. I'm going to do a couple of things real quick. Okay. Is there any other warnings right now? So far, it looks like no. This quick little kink in the line is probably going to fade soon. There's another one trying to wrap up over towards Scotland, Florida. It wants to, but this latest scan doesn't look as impressive. Well, actually, let's zoom out a little bit. Maybe. These are going to be tricky cells to keep track of, I can already tell. You know, I hate how close we are to this radar site because it's not going to let us see anything super concrete. Not too quickly, at least. Also got to make note of how heavy the rain is around this area. Even though it's only in the yellow, the fact that we're getting that Gulf of Mexico moisture coming in there, it's only going to... Oh, yeah, I've realized that. I've already realized that now. She's a sidewinder here if she does end up producing. She's going to be moving around a lot. Hope you enjoyed that Twister reference. Do a thing real quick. All right. See a whole lot of noise right now off on the north side of this, but we all know that's not debris. Yeah, that's really part of the problem is the fact that this one storm seems to have gotten a little discombobulated here. Look at this new severe thunderstorm warning that's popped up here. This also has a tornado possible tag with it. Come on now, get off my screen. I'm trying to see whether this has any point of rotation. Could be just issued out ahead of this little cell right here, this little segment. I don't think this cell is going to hold any tornado potential for too much longer. If there's going to be any spots where it does it, it's going to be here or here. After that, your guess is as good as mine. I don't even think those two areas are going to hold together for too long. This is an interesting feature over here. This little embedded piece that's over towards Thomasville. See if I can get both of these into view. It's got a nice little look on reflectivity. Let's see what the velocity has to say. Ooh. At contingents, we might have found one to watch here. This one that's just to the northwest of Thomasville actually has an interesting point of rotation here. It's a pretty good couplet there, actually, if I were to say so, that's trying to form. Still a little broad, but this could end up getting a tornado warning soon. Hey, I need to get that siren up and running or that soundboard, just something. Getting up to 6 people watching. Just want to say, anyone that is on here, appreciate you being here. What's going on right now? We are in the midst of a severe weather I don't know if you would call it an outbreak just yet, but practically what on the verge of a potential severe weather outbreak going on in Oklahoma, Florida. Here, we've had multiple reports of tornadoes touching down over there today. Also, historic hail over there as well. And it looks like we're still dealing with maybe a couple more potential tornado warnings soon. We already have one that is a tornado warning at the moment. And then we may yet have a new one that's trying to develop here just north of where this current one is, or north and east of where this current one is, I should say. Yeah, I think that's going to try to do a thing in a little bit here. This is actually about to cross over into this is actually over towards Georgia, actually, or just to the south of the line. Will this couplet hold together long enough to strengthen and maybe produce a tornado? That last scan it looked a lot more impressive than what it does right now. So it's interesting. I don't think it will. I don't think this holds together either, from the looks of it. A thought that also occurred to me is this little area of noise over here to the south of Havana very well could be the gust front too, because there are some pretty strong winds on the flank of this storm here, on the front flank of this storm. So it's interesting. I wonder if there's anyone even chasing in Florida right now. A lot of people weren't expecting anything really on the tornadic side of things over there. Got 7 people on right now. I'm still interested in this storm in Thomasville, though. Still, I still think that more than likely that this is going to end up going outflow dominant, possibly, especially as it moves further to the north and east here. Almost as if it has like a slight deviant motion to it. So we got this in motion. It's tricky to say as to what this is doing. I don't think this is going to drop anything imminently, so we're going to just shift back towards that tornado warning here. Looks like they've extended that tornado warning now as it moves further to the east. It's a little area just to the south and east of Havana right now that needs to be watched a little closer. Wait, hang on a minute. On this one right here. And I'm trying to keep it close. I'm trying to figure out what it. Hang on a minute. What is this right here? This is just to the east of Havana now. See a little bit of a drop developing there. There is a couplet right there. This could be a sneaky little tornado right here that's developed. It's almost like it has that deviant motion, just like that one storm that we were chasing, or that one storm that we were monitoring a couple weeks ago, about a week or so ago, towards Cole. It's interesting. Austin looks like it's in the fire, I guess you would say. How you doing, Max? Hope you're doing well, by the way. But we'll be on to cover that one as well. Hopefully we'll have some feeds to look at from the chasers. Got a little bit of delay going on right now. I don't need that. Not a problem, man. Not a problem. And just like you called it, contingents, just as quickly as that debris or that CC drop popped up, it's going away just as that rotation starts to weaken a bit. And then they issued the tornado warning on that one finally. That's just north of Thomasville. And there's actually what looks to be potentially a CC drop with that one. I guess the trend would be more so just quick spin up tornadoes, but this is a nice little couplet right here. Depending on how it holds up, it could last for at least a couple more minutes. Yeah, I think so too. I don't really think that if we do see anything tornadic, it's not going to last from any of these cells over in this region. Be interesting to watch what happens with those cells that start to pop up over towards Mississippi. So I do anticipate a couple of those being discrete. Oh, the one that's towards Gadsden County now has an observed tag with it, though. So that was on the ground, at least for a moment. And then there's a tornado warning towards Leon County. I think that's the same storm, though, most likely. Let's go ahead and check this one. Yep, that's Leon. So that's just the next county over. I wish I had a better radar to look at it from. I feel like this one that's over here that we've been using is just a tiny bit too close. It looks like a new point of rotation is going to emerge here again. This time I would probably look out if I was in Meridian Hills. I want to look at it on reflectivity, but yep. Oh, look at that. There's a CC scan right there. There's probably something down that's about to either go just to the south or right through Meridian Hills here. Two tornado warnings within the same frame here. In one sense, that's nice. Ooh, that couplet is really starting to intensify here. That inflow is actually surging pretty well with this storm here still. That outflow eventually will win out, I think. But it could do some damage real quick if it goes through any sort of home. All right. So we're up to 8 viewers now. To anyone that's just joining in, we are tracking a couple of storms that have the potential and actually are likely to be producing tornadoes right now. One towards Florida and then one that's towards the Florida-Georgia line. There's also a chance of severe storms developing over towards the Mississippi River Valley, which we're watching closely. And then there could be some big hailers in Texas later tonight. Then we may also talk about tomorrow where we could see a much larger scale severe outbreak across Texas once again. Yeah, I've been seeing that contingents. It almost kind of reminds me of that deviant motion that we're seeing. Oh, look at that new drop over here that's just north of Thomasville. It's starting to get stronger. And then there's a point of inflow right here, it looks like. Or no, that might be outflow. Wait, what? But this couplet is still looking pretty healthy. This could last, but more than likely this tornado is probably on the ground now. Like that's a notable drop. It's not blue, so it's not heavy debris. It's not big time debris, but that's definitely a drop that would correlate with where that rotation is too. I think this is a tornado that is on the ground, 100%. Then there's still that little drop over here that's just to the south of Meridian Hills here. It passed the town just to the south. So let's go ahead and look at both of these really, see where they're going. Okay. Oops, that one's moving dead east. And that other one has a little bit more of a northeasterly component to it. So, oh, come on. Don't do that with me, radar. Okay, let's try that again. All right, dead east. About 25. So within the next little bit, the towns that could be in the line of fire here, if this will pop up for me. Come on now. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. Why isn't this popping up for me? Ooh, that couplet is looking even more gnarly. New point of rotation, just north of Bloker. Well, looks like that didn't work. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can switch this back over. This storm is starting to look a little bit more dangerous to me. I'm going to actually switch that back to reflectivity. I want to see what that looks like. Come on. Actually looks, no, it still looks pretty gnarly on radar. In fact, it looks a little bit better. It looks like it's pretty well tucked away in this little inflow notch here too. Almost is trying to have that supercell-esque characteristic to it. Not quite, but it's not far off. But this, yep, there it is. There's the observed tag. But these have a slight bit of a supercellular characteristic. Both of these really. You can kind of see what looks to be an eagle's claw trying to develop here. Little fingers right here. Then here's maybe a third one here. Then you can also see it with the other one too. But this storm looks like it's kind of pushing a little bit further to the north now too. In fact, it just kind of has this almost cyclonic type or cyclonic type of motion here, where it's just kind of wrapping into itself as it spins, almost as if it was like a tropical system in a way. But we know it's not of a tropical entity, or this storm isn't of a tropical cause. Switch back to velocity again. Yeah, it's honestly crazy to watch. It's pretty cool though. If I run it back into a loop, you want to screen capture that? That'd be pretty cool to talk about on Discord. Speaking of Discord, if you are just now joining in you've been here for a few minutes where we've been talking about weather here, nerding out, feel free to join the Discord server. By the way, the link is in the description. Also, contingents, if you could put that in the chat as well, that'd be awesome. Man, this is a pretty impressive little couplet right here for sure. All right, so let's check out gate to gate real quick here. And we'll try to see who's next in line again. But for whatever reason, I wasn't able to do it last time. Okay, so we have winds at 42 miles an hour going away from the radar, going towards where we're sitting at. Okay, that's not it. It's not pretty strong winds going towards the radar. Also could have to do with the angle of where the radar is in perception to the storm itself. Winds going towards the radar is not amazing. We're probably getting close to about 50 on gate to gate shear total, I would say. Maybe a little less than 50. Even so, this is a small tornado on the ground though, 100%. I mean, there's your proof right there. There's the correlation coefficient. Okay. So this is about to cross. What road is this? This isn't I-10. I'm trying to figure out what road this is exactly. Okay, this is 319 right here. Appreciate you, contingents. This is about to cross road 3. I'm gonna guess it's state highway 319, and this will probably either go through or just to the north of Merrillville. This is a confirmed tornado on the ground. Hopefully you guys in Merrillville are taking shelter right now. To anyone that's over there watching, possibly. Stronger. This couplet still looks pretty impressive. Okay, let's go back to the storm a little further to the south here. The storm is now moving north of the radar site. We could get a little bit of interference here because of this beam in just a moment. Looks like we have yet another tornado warning now. This is over towards Seminole and Volusia counties in Florida. It's getting pretty active now, folks. I don't know if I have enough I don't have a computer screen that's big enough to cover all of this. We're gonna try it though. We'll see what happens. Here's a new tornado warning that's gotten issued, and this is towards Brevard County in Florida. This is on for another 29 minutes. That's going to be towards 7 o'clock Eastern time. Then this one that's over towards Thomas County is going to expire at 6:45. So there's another 13 minutes for that one. But I'm pretty confident they're going to move that off to the east a little bit, so the next county over. Couplet looks a little less impressive, so there is some good news there. Storm towards Leon County is in effect until 7 Eastern. Somebody's knocking on my door. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Somebody knocked on the door and then went away. Idiot. Up. And with this latest scan, CC, not the CC, but the velocity is starting to pick up once again. This is over towards Coolidge. It looks like it actually had lifted for a moment, but it's probably gonna pick. It's probably gonna start to. It's probably cycling, to be honest with you. I wish I could get a scope that's big enough to cover multiple areas, because we have 2 more tornado warnings. I think this is on the other side of Florida here. Hang on a minute. I got somebody's knocking on the door again. All right. I don't know who the heck keeps knocking on the door. I'm getting a little irritated with them. If I catch them, it's going to be a problem. Somebody needs to get their kid. Oh, wow. And here let's try and switch over to the Jacksonville radar. This might be a little bit out of range for it, but we're going to give it a shot. But that storm is in Georgia, actually. I thought it was a little further south than that, the state line. But when I think about it, it actually makes sense. Let's go to the Jacksonville radar, though. See if we maybe can't see at least one of these. This one's just northeast of Orlando here. Oh, wow. It's getting awfully active over towards this region right now. It's more active than yesterday, actually, even, I would say. We're just on the outer fringes of this radar here for these 2 tornado warnings. And then for this one that's a little further south, can we see anything? Yeah, it's sloppy. Dang it. I was trying to see if maybe there was a better site I could use to get a good look at both. Doesn't look like that's going to happen here, so we're just going to have to switch between this one that's over towards Orlando and this one that's in Valdosta. And we'll just hope that these work out in the way that we need to. Still see something here, but it's not quite as impressive as the Tallahassee radar. I do want to look at these other 2 storms, though. Let's see what the other ones look like. If they aren't observed, we'll stick with these 2 for a little longer, and then we'll go from there. This is the one towards Leon. This has been downgraded to radar indicated for right now. Yeah, we'll stick with this one that's over towards Leon still. Titusville couplet. So this is tightening up. Dang it, man. I don't have enough computer to do all of this yet. Anyone that's watching, obviously this is free, but if you want to, we are trying to work to improve the stream quality and the just really the experience as a whole. So if you have the means to donate, definitely do so. Oh no, I know. I'm switching over to that one in just a second. I was just checking this storm out really quick. We're pretty much gonna have to play hopscotch between these two storms here. It looks like this one is really starting to intensify over towards Coolidge now. All right, let's go ahead and get a good look at which radar site we want to be. I'm gonna guess it's this one. This is about to become a water spout, actually. Okay, well, at least the radar switched over quick. Rare luck for me, honestly. Yeah, that the Titusville couplet is starting to tighten up, but the question will be how long before it ends up just going out into the water and becoming a water spout, because these are moving east. But will it get a tornado warning as well? I think there's already a special marine warning for both of these tornado warned cells here. Does this have a tornado possible tag? Yes, it does. Yeah, there is something there. But there's no CC drop. More than likely, I already think it's on the water or in a little in-between area. Florida has those little pockets where there'll be land, and then right off the coast there's some water, right? That'll be almost like a tributary leading onto the Atlantic. I don't know if this area exactly has that though, so I'm not going to speculate too much with that. None of these currently look like they're on the ground at the moment. Let's go back to the Thomasville rotation. More than likely that one probably is back on the ground if it isn't already close to dropping one. Looks like they've allowed the Leon County tornado warning to expire. So now we can go back to Jacksonville. Take a look at that radar site. Ooh. That couplet is looking gnarly. I do see a small CC drop trying to develop here. Might be my imagination. I'm kind of leaning towards no. Oh, wow. That is a very strong couplet. That is an extremely strong couplet. So about 60-mile-per-hour winds going towards the radar. Then away from the radar. Yeah, that's about almost 110. Yeah, that's gnarly looking. That is a potentially an intense tornado that's trying to develop here. Like I said, it's hard to tell, but this almost looks like it could be a CC drop here. This is just outside of Coolidge. But that is a gnarly drop. Or a gnarly, oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's looking pretty ugly right there. Okay, there we go. I've actually never used that before. The first time I've ever used that. Alright, so how do I do that? Okay, that's... Mm. Is that the strongest point? That's about 67 going away from the radar. Yeah, it's about 110 right there. You are 100% correct. Hard to say whether or not this is down yet, though. All right. Okay, so right now I'm still having a hard time believing that this is on the ground, but that is spinning like a top right now, to say the least. For whatever reason, this isn't on the ground, and if so, we should be thankful. New tornado warning got issued. Still radar indicated at the moment. But I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Man, that is gnarly. I do think that this is going to make one really quick attempt at trying to drop something. But if it doesn't do it within the next few minutes, I do think eventually that it's going to start to fizzle out, and kind of looks like it's trying to do so already. All right. Oh, new tornado warning over here towards Greenville. This little couplet right here looks decent. Oh, this is on the ground. That's quite a CC drop as well. It's almost in a perfect spot here. Let's go ahead and look at the oh wow, by the next scan it's probably going to be gone. No, wait, no, it's still there. It's still there. That was sneaky. And it's odd too because these storms are kind of changing direction a bit. So observed tornado warning. Thankfully, it's our only observed tornado warning. All right, let's go ahead and see who's next in line for this one. It's a pretty good CC drop there too, man. And this is going off to the northeast a bit here. Trying to make sure I have the speed right with this. Another 13 minutes to go for this tornado warning. Okay, this is moving at 45 miles an hour. Now that's a jump in storm motion right there. All right, let's try this again. Titusville storm did get warned. Yeah, that was a good call by you. That was a good call by you, Contingents. Does it have an observe tag on it? We'll look at it in just a second if we can. That's the cutest little cone. Oh, that's still a nasty little CC drop, but it's actually, this one is exactly like what you were describing it as. I think this is going to shift just outside of the warning a little bit too. All right, 45. Let's calculate and see what we got here. About 824 people in the path of the storm according to Radar Omega. We have Stern at 654. So we have approximately 6 minutes before this tornado is on you guys. We have Greenville as well at the same time. Make sure you are in your safe spot. And then we have Spray at 6:59. So you have exactly 11 minutes, a little over 10 minutes to go before you guys are in the path of this, before this storm is on top of you guys. Then at the top of the hour, Danette and Bailey, you guys need to be in your safe place already. I think this might very well pass Danette and Bailey to the south and east, though. Hold on. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Look at this storm that you're talking about as well, if I can get over there really quickly. Because I don't want to go away from that one for too long. All right, here's Titusville. Okay, where's the radar? Here's the radar. There's one towards Melbourne. I kind of see it. It's right around here. Nothing on the ground with it, though, thankfully. This is probably going to be moving offshore in just a minute here. Oh, it's nearly stationary. Oh, wow. Wonder how long it'll last for if it's moving stationary. Okay, switch back over to that storm. That storm with the really impressive CC drop here. This could be a pretty damaging tornado right here from the looks of it. We need a sip of water here in a minute. All right, so the CC drop is just off of Greenville now. So within the next couple of minutes, this is going to be hitting Greenville. If this does not lift, not good. Not good at all. This looks like it's making a beeline right towards Greenville. Could be a this could be a very damaging tornado on the way here. About to hit Greenville, Florida in just a few minutes. Yeah, this is a very unfortunate and dangerous situation potentially taking place here over towards Greenville. Newest scan just came in. This is probably going right over to Greenville if it doesn't go to the south just a little bit. We're hoping somehow that that is the case. .651 scan for the reflectivities come in, and here comes the correlations literally just sitting right outside of town. We could even have two different points of debris here. You see where that blue is right here? That's the first tornado. We could even have a second one, maybe. Maybe two different points of rotation? So that's a huge problem. Maybe both sides of the town could get hit here. I wish I could see exactly what's going on here. This is crossing I-10 right now. This is literally about to go right into Greenville. The next scan is probably going to show this going in now. Got a multitude of severe thunderstorm warnings now heading into Arkansas now, as well as a tornado possible tag over towards Mississippi, and also a tag for golf ball size hail. So it's getting busy. It's getting very busy. The CC drop is still hanging just outside of Greenville. This could very well be passing just to the south of the town here. I'm really hoping somehow it does pass it just a little bit. This also could potentially be weakening. Let's hope that that is the case. Not really able to see too much as far as velocity is concerned with this. Yep, it just looks like a big mess. Looks like they're going to reissue that tornado warning. Just a moment. Might give it a couple minutes here. Hey Max, Austin's in the line of fire for severe weather tomorrow. I think you came on earlier and asked us that. Could be a pretty long day over there though. We'll be on again though. Oh, you're good, man. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good, man. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. But yeah, it could be brutal. Yeah, just as Contingent said, it could be brutal. We'll be on here. We'll be live on here to do that. To do that coverage as well. Hopefully, I can get off of work at a reasonable time. Because I've been really hampered by work lately as far as trying to cover these events. I would love to be on just a little bit before storms really start to fire. Yeah, it does have an interesting shape to it. Could be weakening, but it's again with the lack of the ability to tell on the velocity. It's so hard. It's kind of hard to say. At one point, there was two separate areas of debris, and it was so confusing. I was wondering if at one point maybe there was two tornadoes down. I doubt it, but I don't know. But if there's any good news to be had, though, it looks like this is missing Greenville, though. This is going to go across State Highway 90 next. And then we'll see where it goes from that point. This has hung in there for a little bit here. Also, they haven't reissued a tornado warning with this. I do find that a little odd. Did the tornado lift? Is it radar noise? Because that definitely was down a little earlier. I wonder what's taking them so long to reissue that warning. Still have those 2 tornado warnings that are over towards Brevard County in Florida, including the Titusville rotation. And then we got the Colquitt's tornado warning, which is the one that was on the ground a little earlier. That CC drop is starting to look a little less impressive, so we're getting some good news here. This just passed to the southeast of town. Just great news. Madison, you still need to be in your safe place just in case this takes a shift to the right. These storms have been unpredictable tonight. No, it's still down. It just looks like it shrunk a little bit. Could be cycling, but again, just too hard to tell because when I look at the velocity here, and I'm surprised that this is going unwarned. I'm very surprised that this is going unwarned, actually. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna keep an eye on that one. Like, I don't understand why they aren't. Why is it not popping up on my end? That's really odd. Like, you guys can still hear me, I'm sure. I hope so. Why is it not popping up on screen? That should definitely be warned still. There's a 7 o'clock scan. Here comes the next CC dropping just a little bit here, or the next CC scan. But that's so weird. Oh, you were just a little bit behind, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. That should definitely still be warned. Is this in I don't know whose jurisdiction it's in now. I would say maybe heading more so towards Valdosta. But even so, they have tornado warnings ongoing, so it's not like they shouldn't be paying attention. They know something's up. I mean, even with that radar site, you can still see the drop. You can see it just as good as you could see it on the Panhandle radar. I don't know what's going on with these guys right now. I really hate to question people that work at National Weather Service, but come on now. It's a little odd. And this is likely gonna pass in between Greenville and Madison after it finishes crossing Interstate 10 here and then State Highway 90. And I guess some towns to look for after that would be Cherry Lake, Pinetta, and the Leland here. Give you a time estimate on when that could arrive if this holds together. Storm is moving at 45 still. So anywhere within this cone, you should already be taking shelter. Until this thing has lifted, I would not leave your safe spot. And it's hard to tell whether it has or not. This is not warned right now either. So it's going to be hard to say what's going on with it. But you just need to stay in your safe spot. That's the best thing I can tell you right now. But Cherry Lake, you have till 7:20. You have about 18 minutes. Hanson, you have about 20 minutes. And then Pinetta, you have about 23 minutes. Okay, so for whatever reason, tornado warning got dropped on it. It's hard to see what's going on with velocity, and that probably is why. But even so, that CC scan showed otherwise. Let's just hope there wasn't any damage. That would be a really sickening feeling if you were the one issuing the warnings. It's not like I know they have access to that. All right, so now we can switch over to the Colquitt storm again. Then from Colquitt, we'll probably switch back over towards the Brevard County storm. It's a weak couplet there. No rotation with that one. Let's go ahead and switch over to Brevard County in Florida. And then after that, we'll start looking at some of the storms that are starting to fire off in Arkansas and Mississippi here. Because that was another reason why I ended up going live tonight. Well, the only thing we can do is just really slip off of that storm and look at some of the other more urgent stuff. It looks like eventually, I think that tornado might have lifted though now too. The CC scan doesn't look as impressive, thankfully. But even so, it was just kind of confusing as to why they did it so early. I feel like they could have waited a few more minutes. And again, I don't know exactly what the practices is at each station. Come on. All right, let's dive into these two storms here. These two are just sitting there. What, did they just reissue the warning? Maybe. It's hard to say right now. There's another tornado warning for Brevard County. That makes 3. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We're catching it in advance, or whatever the case. I would almost kind of want it to be the other. Okay. I did read that right. I do want it to be that way, actually. I would love to see the warnings before we get the radar data. I thought you had said it the other way around, and I was like, wait, I don't think we want that. That could be a big problem. While this is a semi-dangerous situation, well, it is kind of a dangerous situation that we have tornado warnings, I'm partially amused by the fact that all of these are stationary right now, and all 3 of these tornado warnings are within one county. There's a small part of me that can't help but have a brief chuckle. It's like, good grief. Like, talk about some crazy luck. Thankfully, all of these are radar indicated, so that's why I can kind of laugh in a little bit of a way. Okay, one of these has actually started moving. It's moving at 20. I saw one that was moving nearly stationary earlier. Maybe. I don't know for sure yet. I don't think there's any that are within close proximity of these tornado warnings, unfortunately. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I would love to see a camera shot right now of the storms. There's nothing I can pull up here on Radar Omega. We got to find other means to pull that off, and hopefully it can be shown on stream. Dang, I'm surprised none of the other admin have popped on yet. I guess they're busy today. That's fine though. Just you and me, contingents. That's fine. Yeah, there's nothing along this entire coastline that I can pull up from Radar Omega. If there's another site where you think I could find that, you can look it up and then just let me know. Okay, so all of our tornado warnings now, all for Brevard County. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Probably is a camera somewhere in Merritt Island. Oh, it's just haze. Probably no point in showing that then if it's just haze. We can't really see anything. Still waiting to see what's going on with these. I do want to take a look. I really want to take a look at these storms that are over towards Mississippi right now. I'm really curious about what they could be doing. Oh, wow. There's another severe storm over towards Kansas and Colorado right now. So far, no supercells over towards Arkansas and Mississippi with any tornado possible tags. So we're just kind of stuck waiting, more or less. Just waiting to see what happens here. Still 6 viewers watching right now. I hate not being able to see anything. I'll probably watch these go offshore within the next 20 or 30 minutes or so. 15 miles an hour. Along with some quarter size hail. $20 miles an hour. And this last one over here, this little tiny area, which is another 3 minutes to go. Nearly stationary. It's moving a little faster than that now, so Really, we can just chalk these up as 2 tornado warnings at this point. While looking at velocity, I think I'm actually going to go back to single screen now and switch to velocity again. A couple of sneaky little spots of broad rotation here. Plenty of lightning with these two. I really wish I could get a good view of this. It's probably a Cape Canaveral camera, but more than likely it's just going to be engulfed in rain and we're not going to be able to see a thing. MCS is almost passing through the coastline, the part of the peninsula now in Florida here. We're getting through the Big Bend at this point. Might be a severe thunderstorm warning for Valdosta, Georgia in a minute here. This is again with that Thomasville and Quitman storm. And after that, we'll be just about done with this area, it looks like. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and take a look at some of these storms over here that are firing over towards Arkansas and Mississippi, starting to sneak their way into Tennessee a bit. This is where we have a new severe thunderstorm watch as well. We're going to look at this radar site at Columbus. We're going to go to reflectivity again and see what we got going on there. Now these look interesting. Especially this one. It's not really well developed yet. Hasn't really evolved, but this one towards Columbus looks interesting. As it heads into Alabama, the question will be, will it be able to gain any sort of tornadic characteristics? From the soundings I saw earlier, that can't be ruled out. But not entirely sure just yet. Oh, we have a chaser on a couple of these severe storms over here, by the way. Looks like we'll get some visuals in a few minutes here. That looks like Brett Adair over here and Brad Arnold. He's chasing the storm over here towards Stuttgart, Arkansas. Let's go ahead and take a look, see what he's got going on. Hopefully he's keeping his windshield safe, if at all possible. Easier said than done when you're a storm chaser. Oops, I did not want to go full screen with him. I wanted to have a look at the storm if I could. But I guess we're here now. Oh, wait, here we go. We're good. So he's looking to get into position for something. I'm going to actually go ahead and take him off of here really quickly, so I can look and see if there's anything of interest here right now. Storm looks outflow dominant, but maybe out ahead. This could evolve a bit and start to maybe go tornadic here. This also has maybe half dollar. I'm gonna guess half dollar size hail right now. It's 1.5 inch hail. Not enough to crack a windshield yet, but definitely gonna have a few dents in that car now. As we're starting to get towards golf ball size. All right. So outside of this storm, let's see what else we have going on over here towards Arkansas. Little line of thunderstorms over here. Let's probably switch back to the Columbus site to look at these two storms, because these storms look the most impressive right now. That's an interesting looking little feature right there. Seems like something wants to develop here with this cell right here. It's mainly in a rural region, but nonetheless, I'm going to watch this storm here. See what the motion looks like. It is becoming a little bit more pronounced. And this is heading over towards West Point if it maintains its current track here. This, as of right now, does not have a tornado possible tag, but it does have a tag for half dollar size hail. So if you know anyone, if you're watching right now and you know anyone in Mississippi, let them know storms are starting to fire, and some of these could have the potential to maybe produce a tornado down the line. It's not going to be a whole bunch of storms like this, but nonetheless, just in case you happen to be in that under that one particular storm, let's make sure we're ahead of the game here. Actually, go ahead and take a look at the velocity with this one, because that hook is getting pretty impressive. Question becomes how long until this starts to maybe develop into a thing. Rotation looks really broad right now, so I'm not worried about an immediate threat for a tornado or tornado warning. But maybe down the line, this could quickly produce something. It could evolve quickly too as well. Go ahead and look at the relative motion with this. It's at 25 miles an hour. Yeah, this is trying really hard to develop into something. Oh, and here comes the Columbus storm starting to do a thing too. And this one's producing golf ball size hail now as well. So these both need to be watched very closely now. In fact, haven't done this in the last stream. Let's go and take a look at the vertically integrated liquid here. We're gonna nerd out a little bit. Take a look at the ice that could be high up into the atmosphere, and whenever these values are maxed out, you usually will have good potential for hail, usually some pretty hefty rain as well, and we're just about there, honestly. This Columbus storm is not quite as impressive, but it's nearly maxed out. And then this storm over here that's just to the west of West Point definitely is maxed out. Yep, there it is. Wait, what is this right here? This is just the south of Columbus here. It's an interesting point right there. Might be something worth keeping an eye on in just a minute here. Nothing on the CC with that point of interest, so that there's nothing currently that down, or there's nothing to lead me believe it's currently down. Just watch these two and see how they evolve. Just as quickly as that hook developed, it kind of looks like it's starting to fall apart now. But maybe this storm to the south could also take over. Right, looks like we had a new tornado warning issued. And this is for Brevard County again. Good grief. How long are they going to be under a tornado warning for? I don't know why that's still up. I'm going to have to watch this storm over towards Columbus. It still needs to develop a little bit more, but it's showing signs. New radar scan should be coming in shortly. Whoever is issuing these warnings in Brevard County to say we're drunk. Oh no. Good grief. It's just like the heck with it. Just keep everybody in their safe place until these things pass. There might be a talking to for somebody over there. I'm pretty sure the station director is truly pleased with them right now. Okay, new scan came in just a moment ago. Both of these storms still have hooks. Oh, yeah. That needs to be a meme. That needs to be a meme. There's weather, and then there's Florida weather. We'll wait and see what these two end up doing. But after that, we'll see what happens next. So far, from what I've seen, these are the only two that really show me any sort of immediate tornadic potential. Should be expecting a new scan in just a little bit here. We're just waiting to see what's going on here. Ooh, that's starting to wrap up a bit more now. Yeah, it does. Really, both of them look really impressive at this point. That's why I haven't really taken my eyes off of them yet. I'm just kind of watching these two in particular. Looks like they continue with the severe thunderstorm warning, but I'm actually going to go ahead and switch over to velocity now. Those hooks are really starting to come in really nice. Rotation's still just a little bit broad, though. I don't think it's enough to really warrant. The signature just doesn't seem to be enough for them to issue a warning right now over towards Columbus. Not yet. We'll see what it does in the next 3 scans, and we'll be able to tell for sure. Because the way it's progressing, it could easily do so within the next couple of scans. Be enough to warrant a tornado warning. The kinematics here aren't the most impressive. There's a couple of pockets here at best. And I guess this storm is starting to take advantage maybe of one of those. Hey, Baconator. Meteorology. Oh, you're good. You're good contingents. I don't know. I guess I'm just talking in dead air, really. What are you thinking of these two? Yeah. Oh, Baconator. You should. I don't know if contingents put it in the chat just yet or the Discord server. But there's literally been like 3 tornado warnings over Bedford County with no chance of them really spinning anything up as it's going offshore. It's so funny. But yeah, contingents a little bit later. I guess he's going to put that in the Discord. It's probably going to become a meme. But I've been watching these 2 storms because these are the first 2 real supercells that I've seen that have been discrete in nature. These aren't rotating well enough to produce any tornado warnings at the moment, though. That's not impressive at the moment. There's no really impressive couplets on either of these. They are getting a little bit more organized, but they're doing so very slowly. The one in Columbus kind of is like meh right now. It's kind of mid-grade on that one. This one that's over to the west of West Point, however, That's the one that I'm watching a lot closer. Yeah, little by little. The one over towards Columbus is a lot more broad, though. Could also be dealing with a little extra radar noise because just to the north is actually where the radar site is. Right here. Little by little, these jokers are going to be working. Sure thing, man. I'll be here for a little bit, it looks like. We aren't going anywhere anytime soon. If you add an A, it turns back into Baka, which is really Baka. Yeah. Back. I'm making some pasta right now. Nice. For once, I actually got to eat something just a little bit before I went live. So I'm not super hungry for once. Maybe towards the end I'll probably be like starving again, but nothing new. I can handle it. Keeping an extra close eye on this little area right here. No, that's not happening. Why would I give you guys mukbang? And besides, I'd have to show my face for that. I'm not doing that yet. I'm not doing that. Like that would be so cringe. Until well, I'll tell you what, if you no, that is cringe. I'm not doing that. Isn't what already happened last night bad enough where I had to do the whole Elmo thing? Besides, I don't even think like this mic would really pick up on it that well, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, oops, I dropped my. Yeah, shut up. Shut up. You know what? I'm gonna make a sound bit to put on the soundboard, and if anybody requests it, I'm just gonna say, you know what? Shut up, Bacon. How about that? Since you want to do that, hmm. Hey. There we go. Right over here to the southwest of West Point here. That point of interest is starting to really pick. Sure, why not? I mean, you actually remember, I think it was either you or Contingents that actually made like the first quote for the chat, I think. We just have to figure out how to get that all set up with Streamlabs and whatnot. Yeah, I think that was you. Hey, look, both of you have said some crazy stuff on here, so I can't keep up with both of you. It's like babysitting. Especially you, Contingents, if you can hear me. Oh, yeah, the MLK quote. Someone needs to do the voiceover on that. No, I think Kyle did one about Hale. I think you did too. Wait. Oh my gosh. Did Am I seeing this right? I'm hoping this isn't what I think I'm seeing. If this is Rolling Fork Estates, I swear, man. Okay, this is Rolling Fork Estates. This is not the town of Rolling Fork, but even then, it just was like, oh no. Yes, this is in Mississippi that we're looking at. But I saw Rolling Fork Estates. I was like, oh no. Please no. Please no. Not that again. You remind me of Dragon Ball Z abridged character Nappa. Let's not even think like that. But that's not rolling. That's not the town of Rolling Fork, I don't think. I sure hope it isn't. I think Rolling Fork is well off to the west. I'm almost tempted to look now. But yeah, it shouldn't be like that. The environmental setup for that in comparison to what we had before, what we had that night. Oh yeah, and either way, let's not have that happen. Let's see though. Yeah, Rolling Fork is somewhere over here, probably a little bit further south. They are under this severe thunderstorm watch though. I'm gonna go back to reflectivity and watch this for a moment. Then watch for the next two scans. That's when the tornado warning will pop up, and I'll be right back to this. Yeah, I would rather not see either or. Okay, so that's a good sign, somewhat. There's an inflow notch there. There's a kink in this little line here, but thankfully, it does not look like this is gonna be dropping any sort of big tornado. A water spout over towards Florida right now, towards Bedford County. So it finally went offshore. At one point, that storm was completely stationary. I think Bedford County has been in a tornado warning for over an hour and a half now, I think. They've been under a tornado warning for about as long, well, not as long as I've been streaming, but close to it. A different part of that system. I want to take a look at it. I think I actually will take a look at it real quick. Let's cheat and warp over to the Bedford County tornado warning here. And then from there, we'll go ahead and sneak over to the velocity. We're going over to the velocities. How do you like that for a sound bit? We're going to the velocities. Hold up a minute. Yeah, this radar's taking a little bit of time to load. Whenever I warp over, that's when my computer seems to get a little mad. Oh, I see it. Yeah, it's right there. It's a special marine warning for it too. No, I know it's a special marine warning, not the tornado warning. I was just using the warning to warp over. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go ahead and go to the CC. It shouldn't have a CC drop on it. It's going to be water mostly. Unless somebody had a boat sucked up. In that case, that's pretty bad luck to have a tornado on the ocean hit you. Yeah, that's pretty messy, but that looks interesting too. What if that is on the But if that is on the water, not on the ground, it's definitely on the water. That's some crappy luck. Why'd you delete what? What are you talking about? Okay, so outside of that, nothing really going on at the moment. Why'd you delete that? That's pretty messy, to be honest. I got a feeling that's a segue to something dirty. Well, looks like that MCS is just about over with at this point, which means Florida might finally be done for the night as far as weather is concerned. Still got one more storm right here. Ooh, there's a camera. Let's see what it looks like here as the storm's coming in. They should at least be seeing something. Doesn't look like it's trying to load though. It's just trying to find something interesting for you guys to watch. While I get myself a bottle of water. But it does not look like that's going to be happening. Yep, that's not happening. That's a bummer. Alright, well, I guess we're going to go ahead and look back over towards Mississippi and Arkansas. Might actually go a multi-regional scan for a change here. You want to see mayonnaise? Go in your fridge. Don't you have mayonnaise in your fridge? Hmm? You don't have mayonnaise in your fridge? You poor, poor soul. Well, actually, I don't really eat mayonnaise like that, to be honest. So, well, roommates do, so it's not a big deal. Alright, let's see what this storm over towards Little Rock is doing. Oh, this is actually going into that radar site now, which is cool. This is going to the Memphis radar site. I knew somebody was going to eventually make the reference. Oh, hey, contenders, they finally dismissed the tornado warning over towards Bedford County. It's about time. It's like, finally, I can get out of my shelter. I don't really have one because the water table's too high in Florida to have a basement. Oh, there it is. There it is. Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Baconator. Mayonnaise is not an instrument. Horseradish isn't an instrument either. And if you're asking, yes, I do remember that scene. The really ironic one is if somebody said kicking, I want to do some kicking, and then kicks Baconator, no, even though he does MMA. That'd be funny. Uh oh. Little sneaky hook trying to develop over here just to the south of Holly Grove, or southwest of Holly Grove. This little interesting thing going on here where we have this little special weather statement. Yeah, I'm about to look at that right now. I'm also going to go ahead and maybe take a look at Brad Arnold's stream. Maybe he could see something starting to develop here. Most likely. Well, I mean, that's more so because I got people working in the house right now as well, and they work from home, so it's a lot of bandwidth being used right now. Yep, and there that goes. Not to mention, he is in the Ozarks right now, which is like a really tough place to get good signal. Shut up, Baconator. You can probably see it, but I can't. I can't pull it up on stream right now. It's trying to do something though. You can see that sneaky little spot just north of his location right now. I mean, he's still got the green ring around him, so he's got signal. Just like I said, I don't think physically my computer is going to be able to pull it off. I'm trying to figure out what the first thing I should invest in whenever I can get a decent little lump sum of money for this setup here. Probably leaning towards it. I'm leaning more so towards a router. Router's probably what's going to come first. Looks like Brett Adair is trying to sneak south a little bit. Maybe to get an intercept here. I'm going to try it again. Probably against my better judgment. And survey says we have absolutely nothing. Okay, hearing stuff in the background. Yep, and actually Brett's stream is going bad. A couplet's still trying to develop here. Yeah, his stream just had the red circle around it, so he's in a bad coverage area. Yep. Yeah. Okay, now he's back green again. Well, that was actually Brad Arnold we were looking at. This is Brett Adair here. But he's not really in position right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull him up. Both of these guys are going to be kind of hard to pull up when they're in this area here. Yep. No dice. This area towards Arkansas is really hard to get any sort of signal from these guys. Or at least while I'm on stream. Like I said, bandwidth is just being taken up too much, I think. You don't see much, Baconator? Figures, unfortunately. Nothing yet. I mean, it's not. It's like a tiny couplet that's trying to develop, but it's not an impressive one. It's definitely not an impressive one. If you look on reflectivity, the picture would probably look a little bit better. But even so, it's like it's just struggling to keep its inflow. This storm really looks like it wants to go outflow dominant mostly. We have a narrow window for these storms to really have that supercellular potential to them. Because once that daytime heating goes, those Cape values are going to drop. We're going to lose our instability, and then that's going to be that. Because we're almost at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then by that point, by about 9 o'clock, the supercell threat's going to really start to diminish. So hopefully, well, really not hopefully, but if anything starts to go, we'll see it soon. Storm Chaser in me wants to talk, saying hopefully. The Storm Chaser in me loves storms, but understanding what these storms do to people, that's a different story. Such a love-hate thing. Oh, there's Rolling Fork. I found it. They're actually not in the severe thunderstorm watch. That's good news. Hey, why? There you are. There's a lot you don't know about me, Baconator. There's a lot you don't know about me. I have a new decree now. From now on, whenever someone says hello to Bacon in chat, Baconator has to respond with a piece of bacon emoji. It is now written. Oh, I was about to say I thought that was a question mark from what I said. But you heard that decree? Oh, you actually did it. Shame, shame, shame. Oopsies. I don't think it'll matter as much in chat. Just don't do it again. It'd be different if I said it over the mic. Hey. Hey, but I didn't say it, though. I almost dropped it, yes, but I didn't say it. There's a difference between doing that in chat and doing it on here, and I didn't do it. So, ha. He meant to be fair. He was trying to get himself out of it. It didn't work, though. It didn't work. That was a good try, Baconator. But no. Should get the Streamlabs bot on you again. I should get the Streamlabs bot on you. Have it put you in timeout again. Just because. Why? Why? Why do you feel inclined to use that name? I don't abuse Baconators. I barely eat fast food anymore nowadays. So how can I abuse a Baconator if I don't eat at Wendy's? Got him. Oh, I can I? There's so much power in these fingers. Well, there's that from being a guitarist, and then there's being, yeah. I'm not gonna do it this time. You're very good at what you do, Wyatt. I appreciate it, man. Really do. This storm is trying so hard to put that hook together, but I just don't think it's gonna do it. Let's go back over towards Mississippi again. Probably gonna only be on here for another couple hours at the rate this is going, because really, the problem is we'll have instability available for maybe another hour or two, but the dynamics aren't gonna. I mean, what? Blame the storms for not doing anything. Blame the kinematics, but then again, we don't want to see anything bad happen either. Yeah, definitely no tornadoes right now. See, let's look at the storm that we were just looking at earlier over towards West Point. It had a good hook on it. How, you know what? Oh, hey, Jay. Jesus, Streamlabs. Will San Antonio be okay tomorrow night? Oh, wow. Hang on a minute. Sorry about that. Just watch. I'm sorry. I got distracted by Streamlabs just booting the crap out of somebody. Just savage. But San Antonio, I think you guys actually are under the gun for severe weather. I think the worst weather is going to be just to the north of you guys. Oh no! I need to do something about Streamlabs. I only had it on like a medium. I only had it on like medium protection, but I didn't expect it. Yeah, tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. Michael Jackson. But yeah, that's tomorrow though. You guys, if I remember correctly, are in the slight risk area. I actually have to look at that really quickly. Wyatt, could you check that just to make sure I haven't missed any recent updates from the Storm Prediction Center? No, I wouldn't say there's no tornado chance. Yes, the Streamlabs bot takes no prisoners, man. But hey, could one of you guys check the latest SBC outlook just to make sure that I haven't missed anything? Wyatt or Baconator. It doesn't matter which one. Just let me know which one of you is going. I I don't know. I didn't know Streamlabs was like that. Oh boy. You guys are crazy. All right. Well, I guess since there's no tornado warnings, I can pretty much pull this up myself. Yep, you are still under a level 2 slight risk. Let me go ahead and pull that up for you really quickly. Da, 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 da. Let's do this really quickly. All right. Oh, hey, Max. Oh, that's the new mesoscale. But here's San Antonio right here in the slight risk. Main threat you have to worry about is wind and hail, particularly the hail threat, because there's actually a hatched risk with it. But you do have a 2% tornado threat, by the way. Yeah, the Streamlabs bot is a savage, man. I don't think I had it set up that tightly. It's so high strung. No need to apologize. No, we were just joking, Max. The stream. No, I set up like a Streamlabs bot, and then all of a sudden it's just been going crazy. Yes, I can. I'm sure I could change the protection or reset it on the Streamlabs site. But yeah, you didn't do anything wrong, Max. It's just the Streamlabs bot's wild, and like if you do more, probably do more than like 3 emojis or emojis or whatever, it'll it'll boot you. Oh, I don't know why I pulled that up. That's weird. Why are you doing that, Baconator? I think the only reason that you're Baconator, you know, I could put you in timeout in Streambot's place. Oh man, that's funny. Uh oh, new tornado warning. Going back to radar Omega here. Oh, we're up to 10 people now. Sorry about that, Jay. I have a new bot. Oh my god, it hates. This thing hates Jay, bro. I don't know why. Wow, man. Chill. Am I gonna have to turn that bot off? How do I change it to Nightbot? I need to do something because, yeah, Streamlabs is tripping. Jay, if you can hear me, I swear I'm not doing this. I set up a bot from Streamlabs, which is the software I'm using to stream here, and apparently it's super sensitive. I didn't know about it, and I'm very sorry. This is not me doing this, I promise. I am so sorry. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of funny though. Wait a minute. Baconator, oh my gosh. Uh, hang on a minute. Let me go back to the tornado warning real quick. Come on now. Wow, just pure insanity has just happened in the last little bit here. And honestly, that's when everyone shows up is during the crazy stuff like this. Oh, this is towards Florida again. Florida just continues to be the hot spot here. Madness. Madness is happening. Literally, I don't know what's going on here. But so one of my regulars, Jay, was trying to send a message, but his messages are a little long because he speaks in Spanish, which isn't a problem. But every time he sends a message, Streamlabs just spazzes out on him and just deletes everything. So I'm trying to figure out how to fix that and also monitor this tornado warning at the same time. I don't think I want to do that just yet, but uh let me see if I can do a thing real quick. It'd be nice if my radar could load too. It's a sneaky little hook there. Just kind of keep things updated while I try to do that. Okay, give me a minute. Nah, you would have only added to the chaos anyway. Stop lying. You know it. Yeah, he gave $30 to cause problems. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, he gave me $30 to do a freaking Elmo voice, basically. Okay. Wait, wait, wait. I think I might have figured it out. How often does San Antonio get tornadoes? It depended. It's dependent on wow, really, really, Henry, really, Henry, you're grounded. How about that? I'm about to unmod your account so that way you can just start trolling and see what happens. Uh, so okay, I figured out how to do this real quick. Okay, so oh, I guess thanks Baconator Henry for the 420. I can't take you seriously right now, dude. I really can't. Okay, so 250 is going to be 250 characters is about the max message length I'm going to have on here. It's just going to get too crazy after that. I don't want people sending 500 character messages. But it should be good now. Also, I set it to where subs should be exempt from doing that. Alright, so save the settings. You and freaking fascism, man. Chill out with that, alright? Alright. Okay, coming back to Radar Omega, going to Velocity. Looks pretty messy right now just based off of reflectivity. That's not very fair. So if you don't like NASCAR, it's fascist then? That's messed up, man. Yes, you do. What are you talking about? You said everything you don't like is fascist. So if you don't like something, it's fascist. No, you made that up. Don't lie to me. This rotation looks super broad. I don't see this imminently producing a tornado, that's for sure. Oh, hey, look, Orange County. Okay. So this is until 8:30 Eastern Time, Orange and Oscolia counties. Uh, Can? What do you mean by that? Can Max? What do you mean by can? Are we talking about soup cans, baked bean cans? Let's not talk about food too much. Yeah, this no, I mean there's something there, but it's really odd. In fact, there's been some really funny stuff going on today with the velocity products. Like we've seen CC drops, but velocities that haven't been impressive. Isn't that right, contingents? Ouch. Well, whenever contingents comes back. I mean, the reflectivity looks notable enough to where it's kind of like we know that something is trying to develop, but I think it's more so the radar than it is actually the meteorologist there. Because, I mean, look at that. I mean, there's an inflow notch there for sure. It's trying to form a little hook. It's like a weird, really weird embedded type of supercell deal, but definitely something there. It's not like it's completely out of left field, I would say. What's with the ghost warning? Hey, we've been seeing ghost, what you call ghost stuff all day, man. We've been seeing that all day. So, really, at this point, I'm not even that phased by it anymore. But with this one, I kind of I highly doubt anything's down. I mean, the velocity just isn't there. But a little earlier today, we saw like Baconator, not Baconator, but Contingents and we saw a tornado that was on the ground, but we couldn't really get a good read. Oh, oh, the little phantom warning right here, the special weather statement. Yeah, that'll throw anybody off, honestly. Sometimes it throws me off every once in a while. Is Austin getting hail tomorrow? Yeah, there's a good chance of it. There's a pretty good chance of it. Maybe even some big hail. Yeah, crazy stuff happens in Florida, especially over towards I 95. And that's exactly where this radar site is, too. It's right along that I 95 corridor. Like, yep, there it is, right towards Melbourne. There's I 95 right there. I've heard some crazy stories about I 95, man. I don't even want to get into the details with that. By the way, Jay, if you're still watching by some chance, I think I've fixed it to where you're able to talk on here. I don't know what the heck happened there. Like I said, I'm still new to all this streaming stuff, so I'm still trying to figure it all out. But yeah, I'm sorry about that. You should be good as long as your messages aren't over 250 characters. Hmm, that was interesting. Again, the velocity looks unimpressive, but just like earlier with that CC drop, that's where things get kind of questionable here. Contingents, do you see what I'm seeing? Oh, wait a minute. What in the world? Any of you guys see this? This little drop out here out front? It looks a little noisy, but at the same time, though, let me go back to, can I go back to reflectivity, please? Thank you. Dang, Radar Omega. I don't know. I mean, it looks odd though. Like it could be in that spot, maybe just ahead of it. But that is a pretty strong CC drop too, though. It's hard to tell. It definitely grew from the last scan. There was something there. All right, we're gonna set this in motion here. If this started to spin a little bit, then that's definitely a tornado on the ground. Oh, come on. You are taking your sweet time, aren't you? Yeah, there's something going on here. I'm having some real trouble trying to keep this up and running. Still got 8 viewers. Uh-oh. Mama Wyatt has the fever? You gotta go take care of her? If you do, then it's all good, man. Do what you gotta do. Don't get yourself sick, though. Oh, yeah, that's always a good thing. I'd rather forget about that, honestly. It seems like it was so long ago, but it was definitely not long ago when we had those days. You couldn't even say the word without being censored by social media, even. Gotcha. Yeah, it is still happening. Like, it's been that way the whole day with the velocities. But we get these CC drops and these radar scans with hook echoes on them like they're supercells. It's so weird. This is what, like the third one today? Oh, no, I know COVID is still happening. I know COVID is still somewhat bad, but I'd rather not get into that. Yeah, the storms in Austin. I'm probably going to do a video on that in the morning. Unless you want to be up extra late to watch a video I'll make a video tonight. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just feel like lately, like when I make forecast videos, I just can't seem to get out to people for whatever reason. It's really irritating. Shoot, if you want to watch a video tonight, if you want me to make a video tonight, I mean, why not? Shoot, there's a chance I may not even work tomorrow due to the weather over here. Because we don't work in the rain if it's heavy enough. Because, I mean, honestly, if you leave mud tracks in someone's yard, they're not going to be happy. CC drop's starting to go away just as quickly as it ramped up. But yeah, if you want me to make a video, I'll be happy to. I'll do it just before I go to bed. You give up trying to edit? Why? Just too caught up in the storm, or is it something else going on? Oh my goodness, my arms are super sore. Okay. How about I tried to stretch the arms, that's when I realized all the soreness is still there. You might want to talk with your electrical provider. Maybe the infrastructure might be a little weak. I remember back in the day when I lived a little bit closer to Atlanta, towards the city. I had those problems for a little bit. Every once in a while, we would have the lights flicker and then they'd come back on. Nowadays, though, it's not really a big deal, though. Still a CC drop with this, but it's in a weird spot. It's a little too far out ahead, almost as if this is dissipated at this point. Let's see if there's any other tornado warnings. I'm kind of leaning towards no. New scan is coming in as we speak. Fair enough. I'm not going to try to pronounce that because then it'll go wrong. Oh, I was trying to do it directly through Streamlabs desktop, but I have to like log into YouTube and go on the stream here, and I'm really not trying to risk the latency. But I think I figured out a way to edit everything anyway while I'm looking at the tornado. Oh, yeah, I'm not saying that. Definitely not saying that. Okay. So let's go ahead and fix the emotes too while we're at it. Auto permit, cool. Okay, got that. Hang on a second. All right, go ahead, Henry. But I'm gonna unmod that account just so we can do some sampling in a second. Oh, what does the purple mean on the radar? That basically means that there's a really heavy rain or even some hail in the reflectivity here. Oh wait, or are you talking about the screen on the left or the screen on the right? Okay, so I'm looking at two types of radars actually here. I have the radars in a split screen mode here. This first one is the radar that you're used to. The second one is a special type of radar called the correlation coefficient. I don't know why it's labeled as high-res reflectivity right now. It's just a glitch with radar omega. But see, this is the correlation coefficient. But what the correlation coefficient does is it basically picks up meteorological objects. So this stuff here in the purple, this is basically raindrops, ice crystals, etc. So what happens, like say if you're looking for a tornado, I'm going to try to set this back into a loop a little bit. I might send this back a little further actually. No, I think I'm just going to keep it at 7 actually. I think we should be good. But I'm going to send this into a loop, and I'm going to show you exactly where we thought a tornado could have been at one point. But this little area right here where you start to see that blue and green together, starting to rotate around like that, that's where you could start to see non-meteorological objects like trees, dirt, grass, etc. Basically, anything that's not raindrops is gonna appear in a color more like this, towards green, towards blue, and then towards the gray, white, black color. But yeah, if you see purple on this radar here that I'm showing, correlation coefficient, you're good. It's whenever you start to see the little circle. Yes, there is an enhanced risk for hang on, one at a time. Okay, so the color for tornado would be blue mostly, and then the colors off to the left here. But yes, to answer your question, Max, there is already an enhanced risk. This is mainly centered over Dallas and Waco again, just like the other day. Well, actually, that was yesterday, or yeah, it was yesterday actually. Sheesh. Dang, I'm starting to lose track of days. It's just happening so often. But I can actually show you guys that area since the tornado warnings expired. Well, it's really more, I would say, north central Texas. Let me go ahead and get those off of there. More than likely, you would get some kind of severe thunderstorm warning. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to get a severe storm. You could end up being in that really odd situation where nothing happens, which would be nice. I'm actually going to make a video on that later tonight, discussing things. But also, one thing I want to make note of is these forecasts can change very quickly. So we could see a situation in which we see a line of storms that goes basically along this area right here. Or, no, I actually think it's going to be going from like east to west. Basically, like I said, I'll make a video about this tonight, kind of getting into the details more. I actually have a playlist where I kind of go over some of the severe weather setups and the dynamics more on my YouTube channel itself. Whatever question you're asking, Max, you can definitely ask me. I can answer it, I'm pretty sure. All right, hang on, Baconator. I'm going to try and see if I can get you set up now. So I set it up to like where the max is about maybe 8 to 12 emojis or emojis. Is it going to reach for St. Marcos or San Marcos, Texas? I'm not entirely sure where that is, actually. I'm pretty sure that's not going to be too far away from San Antonio. This is just a guess of mine, though. But yeah, the severe threat is going all the way to the border here, to the Texas and Tex-Mex border, pretty much. But yeah, like I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, that's the wind threat, and there's the hail threat. It goes all the way to the U.S. Mexico border. Doesn't extend out too far to the east though, but I definitely think. Oh my goodness. Chill, Streamlabs. Jesus. Oh my gosh. Like, oh my gosh. I'm literally having to work on this while I'm on stream. This thing is super sensitive. I put the protection on like medium and I thought it was just going to be like, oh, it's not going to be that bad. But apparently I was wrong. I'm really sorry, you guys. Well, at least Jay's not too mad at me. He's still talking. I can't completely translate all of it. I can only translate bits and pieces of it, unfortunately. Can anyone translate that for me real quick? Or better yet, I'm being silly. I'm being silly. I could. Well, Google Translate kind of sucks. So, might be a little tricky. I'm going to give it a shot, though. Oh. Oh, you can translate, Max? What is he saying? Like, you're not joking, are you? You're not trying to troll me, are you? If you can translate, like, seriously, definitely do so. Oh, yeah, lots of storms, lots of power outages. Yeah, with this kind of setup, with the kind of setup that we have going into tomorrow, I definitely think that's possible. Mm. Okay, fair enough. I know there's people that are out there that do. The internet can be ruthless, man. It really can be. I hope Michael Jackson's not too mad. It's awkward to call him that. Okay. Dang, man. And this has him banned for like five. This had him like banned for 5 minutes, or not banned, but it had him in like timeout for 5 minutes. Like, sheesh. It's kind of embarrassing. I mean, there's certain words that I don't want on here and all that, but geez, man. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try something real quick, you guys, while I'm doing this real quick at the moment. So, like I said, I'm still not a pro when it comes to this whole live stream experience. So hopefully you guys can bear with me. Oh, we got 10. We had 10 people in here. Nice. Uh, appreciate you guys being in here, man. Excuse the people that I live with in the background. They know that I'm live streaming. They're still loud. Been loud the entire time. Can't be helped though, I guess. Oh, definitely. Oh, that's a huge help because I don't know what's been going on since the back half of March, but I barely able to get out to people right now. Like, I've been getting killed on my views. Like, I can barely, like, this morning's video I only got up to about 20. Like, earlier this year I was getting up to about 100 views a video easy. I appreciate it, man. I really do. Thank you so much. So forgive me here for trying to mess with my Streamlabs bot. I'm going to give it a shot here. Is this going to work? That is my question. Okay, so that didn't work. Let me try this something else. Well, I'm sitting here trying to figure out if there's any other storms we need to be concerned about. Still some soup. There still was a little bit concerned. Wait, what just happened to my radar? Like, what just happened to my radar? Like, everything just kind of disappeared just now. Did I click a different radar site? What in the world? No tornado warnings. No tornado possible tags on any severe thunderstorm warning. Wait, what? What's going on here? Okay. I think we're back under control now. I hope. All right, maybe we need to have this on a regular screen here. Maybe the split screen was causing that. I don't know if it was something I did or not, but sheesh. That was weird. That was really weird, but you said it already. Okay, looks like this next line of storms that's coming onshore to Florida right now does not have any supercells with it. Oh, tornado warning. Let's see what this is. Just as I say that. Okay, this is what that other MCS right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. It's perfect because we're still in the same radar. This is on the south side here. Unimpeded. Not the best radar image though. Maybe I can switch over to another one. Okay, maybe not. Oh wait, there we go. There's a Tampa radar. Okay, there's actually a couple of radar sites I can choose from. Didn't see this one over here towards Homestead. Now I just need this to load. Slightly better view. Okay, maybe not. Could there be a radar hole here in Florida? I know they don't get tornadoes like that. Well, actually, yes, they do. There really shouldn't be a reason why there's a radar hole here. Let's hope the Miami radar covers this spot pretty well. I'd like to believe that they would. It just looks really odd on radar, I guess. And then on top of that, the way the polygon rests on it, it's just kind of odd. He might be mad. He might actually be a little mad. I hope he knows that I didn't do that on purpose. Or I didn't do that at all, honestly. The Streamlabs bot just kind of went crazy on me there. I'm trying to fix it on stream. Like, literally, I hate when that kind of stuff happens. Yeah, sometimes it still won't stop people from being mad. I mean, I can't blame them, but I didn't do it. That's all I wanted. That's all I want to be known. I got my hands full just trying to cover the weather itself. So here's a couplet, by the way. See if there's anything down. I'm kind of doubtful, to be honest. Yeah, there's the radar indicated tag. So there's no confirmation of this down currently, but nonetheless, I'll go ahead and check the CC. Yeah, it just looks really messy. Like, it looks messy on radar. It looks messy on the CC. It looks messy on the velocity. Could be blind here a little bit. Well, this is going to be a little bit of a strain on the eyes. And I think this is probably going to downtrend really quick too. Where are the rest of the guys at, I wonder? What happened with them? Uh-oh, phone at 15%. So we'll watch this one for a little bit, and then we'll try to figure out what happens next. And then, depending on what these storms look like towards Mississippi and Arkansas, may call it a night from there, actually. And then I'll get to work on the video for tonight. Alright. I'm at it here. I'm going to try that again on chat. Okay. Let's see if this works. Okay, that didn't work at all. But at least it responded, so we're getting somewhere. We definitely haven't been offline. I know that much. Where's Wyatt at, I wonder? 'Cause that's when, 'cause this is something that he's been trying to figure out for a while. But it looks like I got it. I did get it right. Just couldn't get the Streamlabs bot working. Yeah, it's been a pretty active season, but whenever we do this little switch from La Nina to El Nino, that can happen sometimes. And also, we're kind of making an abrupt change. We went from a weak La Nina into a stronger El Nino, so we can get some pretty crazy stuff going on. Also, the polar vortex the two polar vortexes that happened earlier this year, also are playing a part in that. It's the one thing I always talk about. It's the fact that warm and cold air masses cannot exist in the same space. They will go to battle every single time, and one of them has to win out. So until it does, the chances for storms are going to continue to happen. This storm really doesn't look impressive on radar, but I feel like I have no good view of it whatsoever. It does not matter which radar I look at either. I think this is the best view I'm going to get, and even then, like I said, still nothing great. You see the hook on here, but that's about it. This just looks really low definition for something that's supposed to be high res reflectivity here. Okay, one tornado warning still. Down to 4 severe thunderstorm warnings, none of which have the tornado possible tag on them. Winds dropping below 50 miles an hour here, so I think that window that I've been talking about all day is beginning to close. So I'll wait and see what this does, and then we'll see if it expires. hang on. I guess I'll switch over real quick. Okay, computer's going a little slow. All right. Okay, everything's working now. All right, I'm gonna do a little thing real quick. Just give me a second. Yeah, I don't really have a great setup for this right now. I'm pretty much bare bones right now as far as this area is concerned. You said this was right below Austin right here, so it should be in this county. I'm trying to see if I can get like an hour to hour analysis here. All right, so really anytime after 4 might be the time when your storms will start to fire. Rain picks up heaviest around 7 p.m. from the looks of it. It's also between 3 and 6 are when the winds are going to be the highest. Hottest part of the day is just before the storm should be initiating. Also, it's going to be very muggy tomorrow. I could get more in depth with it too if you'd like, or if you want me to save that for the forecast video for the severe, we can do that too. Looks like they've allowed that tornado warning to expire here. Looks like the rest of my admin are offline for now. Wait, no? It's still... No, there's still a tornado warning. I don't know why it popped up on another screen as it not being one. So it looks like a giant blob of crazy on the radar. There is still a couplet too. Oh. This is probably going to hold out for a little bit since it's so discreet. Or semi-discreet. Okay. I'm also going to add a couple of commands here while I wait. Baconator, are you still here, by the way? Because I just found a little section on here in Streamlabs for quotes too while I'm at it. So if you can remember that quote you had laid down that one day. Well, the weather pattern that we're starting to shift into kind of leans into your favor just a little bit. How long it lasts, I'm still trying to figure out. I don't think it's going to last for a super long time, but this will help with it a little bit. I usually will do a weekly forecast on this channel as well. I don't know how well I covered that one or not. I'll have to check again and make sure. But over the weekend, I'll probably end up making a couple of more videos, to say the least. And then after that, I'll probably start to do a little bit more long-range looks, especially since after this weekend, the predictability of severe weather kind of drops off. Well, the potential for severe weather starts to drop off just a little bit. So really, after Sunday, I should be able to be freed up a little bit more. Dang. I'm gonna go see what else might be going on here in the world of YouTube while I'm at it. Oops. A little too loud. I'm also doing a sneak preview of a sounding here on Discord. If you're still watching, Max, if you have a Discord, I can drop the link for if you'd like. It's also in the Discord, or not the Discord, but it's also in the description. Starting to get tired. Okay, I'll pull the link up for you if you want to join. Just give me a second here. Okay. Sure thing, man. Sure thing. Better yet, I have an idea. All right. I got commands working now. Still waiting to see what's going on with this tornado warning. Once this expires, I'm probably going to be getting off of here for the night. This doesn't really seem like anything else is going to be going on from this point. Just letting you know I'm still here. To anyone that is still watching. Currently 5 severe thunderstorm warnings, none of them with tornado possible tags. I think our tornado threat should be done with after this storm. Alright, so this is currently over Indiana town. I can't tell if this is producing or not. Just literally looks like a mess on radar. Literally the only way I can look at this is through velocity, and even through that, it looks odd. So we're just going to stick with that scan until it's no longer feasible to do so. Hmm. 5 people left over. See if this works or not. All right, got that up and running now too. Okay, so we have commands working now finally. Did that one myself. I'm proud of that one. That that last scan is looking a lot less impressive now. I think this is probably done now. Let's go ahead and check some of these warnings. Couple of continuations with severe thunderstorm warnings. No tornado possible tags still. Not even significant hail anymore. Give this another 5 to 10 minutes and then I'm probably going to call it a night here. Let's see how much longer we got here. 9:15, so another 10 minutes. More than likely they're going to let this warning expire. Yeah, I think this tornado warning's about finished. 1 second, Jay. I'm going to try to translate that. I really need to brush up on my Spanish more. Oh, you translate it, Wyatt? Appreciate it, man. So roosters, electrical storms are electrical storms, strong hail from. Yeah, if you have an increased hail threat, more than likely you're going to probably see a lot of lightning. Hopefully the power doesn't go out in your area. Also, Wyatt, could you explain to me what it is you would need me to do to like send you stuff over from Streamlabs? See if there's any other commands that you would possibly want to add on, that kind of deal. Because I think as of right now, I only have like 5 commands on there. You don't think I can? What do you mean? If you want, you can DM me on Discord and we can try and figure it out. Oh, okay, okay. All right, Wyatt. I'll catch you later, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. We're in a radar hole. We're not going to be able to see much of anything from this storm. Wait a minute. I think I might have found a way, actually. I'll tell you about it on Discord, though. Oh, there goes the tornado warning. It's been a lot to expire. Might try to recycle one quick time here. We'll wait another 5 minutes. We'll wait about 5 minutes, see if they issue anything. If they don't, we're probably gonna call it a night. Work on a video for later into the night, and then we're going to bed here. I don't think they're gonna reissue this one. I think we're gonna call it a night here. Well, all I want to do before I go here is I want to say thank you to everyone who has popped in for the stream tonight. Appreciate you guys a bunch. Whether it was a like, comment, subscription, whatever it was, or just simply watching. Just want to say thank you. But we're going to be getting out of here and preparing for a live stream tomorrow. Be a little bit more, probably a little bit more action. Be a little bit more chaotic because this could be a long night, maybe a few tornadoes as well. Hail's going to be a big threat. But be on the lookout for a video tonight. But until then, which won't be long, this has been Ty, your Metalhead Weatherman. You guys have a good night. You guys take care. I'll see you soon.